Hi there, welcome to my views and news. Two news stories. First one is from the Amhara region, second one from Oromia. Amhara region, where Fano fighters have been fighting against security forces since last year, and they were trying to find allies. They need allies. They believe they need allies to take this movement to a new level. And last night, a Fano spokesperson said that Fano fighters had formed an alliance with fighters of an armed group. Where did this alliance happen? How significant is this development? Secondly, an Ethiopian military officer, top officer, Lieutenant General, yesterday made some claims about the strength of the Oromo Liberation Army. Is Oromo Liberation Army getting weak? What did the journal say? The journal talked about the heart of OLA, the stronghold of OLA, Valega, Horo, Gadoro. What is happening there? First, viewers, Fano groups since last year have been trying to strike deals. They've been trying to form alliance with other groups, armed groups in Ethiopia. They have been trying to contact Tigray, trying to contact reportedly Ola as well. Gumuz fighters of Fars too. They want to expand the struggle. And secondly, they talk about, they consider what will happen if they manage to enter Romania, they manage to reach Addis Ababa. If their struggle expands and they make progress, sooner or later they'll have to talk to other groups in Ethiopia, other political players, other armed groups in Ethiopia. Alone, obviously, they won't be able to achieve anything. They will need allies. So, yes, I know that they have been in talks with other armed groups, but they could not reach any agreements. And still, talks are ongoing, unofficial talks in preliminary stage. We cannot say that Fano fighters have made progress in finding internal allies. And maybe external too. They'll try to get support from elements based abroad, foreigners, and neighboring countries too. But in this video, we're only talking about Fano's attempt to find allies inside Ethiopia. A few days ago, I told you about a meeting between Fano fighters and Gumuz fighters. And reportedly, they agreed to work together. Last night, a Fano spokesperson shared a little about the alliance which has been formed between Fano fighters and Gumuz fighters. Marshat Sihai is Gojam Fano spokesperson. Only Gojam Fano has spokesperson. Shoa Fano has spokesperson too, Babi Milato, I think. East Amhara too. But Gojam Fano is very organized, it seems. And Marshat keeps media updated, people updated almost on daily basis. He talks to journalists, talks to news outlets. So Gujam has come under an organizational structure for Fano, it seems. Marshat claimed yesterday that after discussions, Fano fighters had reached an agreement with Gumuz armed members. And the Gumuz and Fano were operating in coordination now. He mentioned some attacks carried out by Gumuz fighters in Benishangal, Gumuz region of Ethiopia recently. The attacks were carried out in Gilgil, Balas, and Mandura. Both are in the Metkal zone of the Benishangul Gumuz region of Ethiopia. Metkal zone is the one which shares border with Amhara. Amharas live there too, and some groups in Amhara say Metkal is part of Amhara. So in Metkal, it seems that Gumuz fighters and Fano fighters are working in collaboration. And in Metkal, I think a few days ago, they stormed a police station, if you remember. Did a video on that. To the extent of Metkal, it seems that Fano and some Gumuz disgruntled elements have formed an alliance. uh, Gomas and Fano fighters might advance towards Sosa, towards the dam site. Manishangal Gomas is very strategic regional state viewers because there is a good grand Ethiopian Renaissance dam there. It shares border with Sudan too. You can reach South Sudan as well from here. And Ethiopia has long been accusing Egypt and Sudan of backing, arming Ethiopian armed groups in Sudan, which then are helped in infiltrating Benishangul, Gumuz, Gambela regions, reportedly or allegedly. Let's see. By the way, Fano groups have been in talks with Afar fighters too. They want to form alliance with Afars. And since last night, we have been hearing some suggestions by Fano strategists that Fano should strike alliance with Afars to move towards Ethiopia Djibouti highway. The first alliance has been formed by Fano fighters, and that is with some groups in Benishangul Gumuz region of Ethiopia, which are Gumuz fighters groups. Secondly, was Oromo Liberation Army fighting in Ethiopia for decades. It was OLF in 2018. It split into two, OLF, OLA. And OLF is a political party, but almost disbanded by Ethiopian government, its leadership and peasants. OLA is an armed wing led by Kumsa Dereba. By the way, this is how these armed groups operate. They have one political wing and another armed wing. Like in Djibouti, there is Fruit split also in 1990s, I think. One is an armed group, other is a political party, OLF, OLA. Uh, both essentially have the same ideology, but their means of struggle are different. Is OLA getting weak in Oromia? An Ethiopian military officer made some claims about the strength of the Oromo Liberation Army. His name is Lieutenant General Solomon Atifa, top officer of the military. He's in charge of operations in Western Oromia. Western Oromia. Velaga is part of Western Oromia, Horogodoro Velaga as well. The journal claims that Ola is collapsing. Oromo Liberation Army is collapsing. It is getting weak in both Velaga and Horogodoro, and there is infighting in the Oromo Liberation Army. So a viewer contacted me that Sajid, is there any infighting? What is happening in Velaga? If Ola becomes weak in Valaga, it won't be able to survive in other parts of Oromia because Valaga is the stronghold of the Oromo Liberation Army. I did a video this week about tension within the Oromo Liberation Army. I told you that an Ola commander had been called back, Joel Shrubbe. and some leaked uh, audios are being circulated to in social media. The audio is about a talk between Jawal Shirobbe and some others, showing that there was tension between Jawal Shirobbe and other OLA commanders in Vallega. And after that, Shirobbe was called back. OLA denies, obviously, OLA will never acknowledge that there are internal divisions within the Oromo Liberation Army. But yes, Shirobbe and another commander had serious disagreements. Shirobbe was called back reportedly. He is at the headquarters, you can say. He's not leading OLA fighters in the field. So we cannot say that OLA is collapsing. A few months ago, we heard that Sunny Nigasa had serious differences with Pumsa Dereba, and we were told that, and it happened, by the way, there were some serious differences. Sunny Nigasa is one of the very educated commanders of the Oromo Liberation Army. Later things were settled. I think their survival is linked. These OLA commanders, if they start fighting each other, they won't be able to survive. So there are issues, but issues are ultimately resolved. I cannot say that OLA is getting weak in Valega. The way military is focused on the Amhara region, this is giving OLA an opportunity to regroup, reorganize, and strengthen and upgrade its capabilities. I have been saying a, for a year now that conflict in the Amhara region, military operation in the Amhara region will help, will indirectly help the Oromo Liberation Army enhancing its capabilities. That is what I still believe. So I don't see any serious damage to OLA's capabilities in Vailaga and Horogodoro. Thank you.